Brad and Chad assault the Rishi Moon base. Flack makes an unexciting return, and Rico plays Badger like a damn fiddle. This is Rico's review. What is up, my dudes? Commander Rico here with another Rico's review. Season 3, episode 17. So I'm going to jump right into the review, and then I'll do some talking at the end. So we start with Rico standing outside a doorway, debating on if he should enter. It's only been a day since Clocker was wounded, so it's been about 2 episodes over the course of a day. And there's no silver word in his survival. Rico also doesn't know what the status on Ghost Unit is off Kashyyyk. But he did have an idea. So he walked into Badger's cell and basically lied so Badger would give up the codes for their communications or whatever. And this is my favorite line from the episode. He's like, "You should not have messed with Rico's brigade." Is insert like Captain America music. You shouldn't have messed with Rico's brigade. I don't know. So he basically told him that Racket and my troopers are all wounded and we need your codes to get to them to help them. And Badger's like, well, I don't want anyone dying, and if we lost anyway. You know what? Here it is. The code is Gonk with a 0. It's like, how did Rico not think of that? I don't know. You'd think he'd have like the brain people, like the brain trust. Like, think of something. He should have some people like that. So he, as I said in the intro, played Racket or Badger like a darn fiddle. I didn't say darn. And then we see Rico meet with Flack, which we could line up. Sorry, I just like lining it up so that way you guys are like can like be like, oh my god, yeah, okay. So there's Flack. I still don't like his new armor. I told Daley. Yeah, I was talking with him about it the other day. They found that Racket has a telecom base on Rishi Moon, which I think is confusing. I'll get to in a second. Rico sends 55 and a squad of 501st troopers. And we meet Brad and Chad, which they were a nice addition until they died. And it was a pretty fun battle. So now I'm going to get into the review. I'll give you like my rating after. So first thing, so it's only been a day since Clocker was wounded. So I like that. I feel like that clears up a bit of stuff, but the timetables are confusing. It's like, where is this point? What has happened here? Like, is this happening at the same time as the last episode? Or what's going on? I'm not sure. There's still no word on the survival of him. You'd think there'd be a little clarity after a day, like being in the medical facility. But, you know, whatever. There's my boys Brad and Chad. I'm going to skip back to the cinematic, though. And what else? So the password was gone. I don't know if I'd call it humor. I just want more humor, like anarchy. That was my favorite. And the Rishi Moon, which, yeah, I get it, but like Rishi Moon exploded thanks to Heavy. So not sure how that happened, but yeah, that was a bit confusing. I was like waiting for it to be like something like, oh my god, look, Heavy's alive. Like Echo. It's like, look, Heavy, he's in there. I didn't think that would happen, but I wish it did. Actually, no, I don't, but yeah. So, I like how we like finally used 55. But then again, what have Flack and Rico been doing? They have not fought at all. Like, I think Rico's been in one battle. He was on Felucia when he went to go meet with Contra. And I don't think Flack's been in any. Like, the OGs are really getting sidelined when it comes to battles, especially. And Brad and Chad, they were a nice addition. They're dead. And now this is going to be a bit of a controversial one. I give this episode a 6.3. Not because it was a bad episode necessarily. It was just, we're getting into the endgame now. We're at episode 17. 17. And that's a point where I feel like, well, if you remember back, I think it was episode 17 where Apollo did his whole thing. Rico ended up on Quiet. And that's where we really started setting the baseline for how it was going to end, how they got in deep doo-doo. And that needs to start happening soon, especially with so many extra plot lines happening right at once right now. We have like Kipper, Mace, which we haven't seen Mace in a while. We haven't really seen Rex and Wolf in a while. We just know he left. We haven't seen the attack on Coruscant. We haven't seen Chaos. We haven't seen the Dutchman and Cody, which, to be honest, personally, I think that we should leave that alone for now because, yeah, Delta has been completely absent this whole season. There are just so many things that have come into question. And we still haven't seen, like, I can't recall any character deaths short of, like, the minor 501st dudes from Felucia. I'm trying to think, but I really can't think of any. And overall, I just feel like we need to start seeing some togetherness. I talked to Daley about this. He definitely agrees. He just feels like he doesn't want to take any risks. I'm not going to go into anything else really, but yeah. So that's sort of my overall opinion. It wasn't that it was a horrible episode. Just it should have been more. That's all I have to say. Because this felt like just another sidetrack. Like we shouldn't be adding to things. We shouldn't be adding like throwing this communication base in the mix. We need to just start condensing and using what we have. Because adding is not what we need in this point in the story, I feel. It's like in a movie. Like, I'm trying to think of an example. But picture you're in, like, the third installment of a trilogy. Like, you're in episode 6, Return of the Jedi. And then, like, 4/4 of the way in the movie, like, at the very end, it's like, oh, look, they also have the planet-destroying thing that'll ruin our universe. And it's like, well, that didn't seem like a big problem throughout the rest of the movie. And that's my main complaint with it. So we need to start wrapping stuff together soon. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please remember to like, rate, comment, subscribe. And there was no Rico's Brigade out this week. I was thinking of combining these two episodes, but I didn't end up doing that. So, yeah. Again, thank you all for the tremendous amount of support on Rico, a Lego Star Wars story. That means the world to me. And for 500 subscribers. If you didn't check out my thank you video, please do. But with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.